Hi everyone, my name is Lucy, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and this probably goes without saying, but there will be spoilers in this video for both Undertale and Deltarune, so if you have not played either game, please do not watch this video. Thank you! Deltarune is the second game that Toby Fox created after the very popular and unique Undertale. Deltarune is filled with many of the same characters as Undertale, only it seems to be set in an entirely different universe where the characters don't know each other and have entirely different lives. And another difference between the two games is that Undertale is hinged on how every little choice you make can affect the ending. You can either go through the whole game sparing everyone you meet, you can kill everyone, or you can choose to kill some and spare others. The ending can even change slightly depending on who you choose to kill. Deltarune, on the other hand, makes it very clear from the beginning that our choices don't matter. The game lets us create a personalized character with its own name and style, only to discard it and tell us that we have no control over anything in this new world. The character we end up with for the entire game greatly resembles Chara, the child that comes to us at the end of a genocide run, and the text at the beginning of the game is similar to hers as well. I don't believe this is just a coincidence. At the end of a genocide run, Chara chooses to destroy the entire world of Undertale. She tells us that there is nothing left for us here. Let us erase this pointless world and move on to the next. If you refuse to destroy the world, she says, since when were you the one in control? The only way to play the game again after a genocide run is by giving your soul to Chara. And if you try playing a pacifist run afterwards, it'll end with Chara's face replacing yours and her killing everyone you care about. How does this tie into Deltarune? Well, my theory is that Deltarune is not only the world Chara moves onto, but she takes us with her. Think about it. We have no control over anything that happens in the game of Deltarune and how it ends. The only thing we can control is our soul. At the end of Deltarune, when we watch Chris rip out his soul and throw it into the cage, the only thing we have any control over in that scene is the soul itself. It's the only thing we can move. That's because it's Frisk's soul. We are still Frisk, but we are being controlled by Chara because we willingly gave her our soul at the end of the genocide run. When you really think about it, we completely stopped having control over Undertale's ending as well after we chose to give Chara our soul. We never got the option of a happy ending again because Chara will always come back after a genocide run. Toby Fox never lets us forget.
Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.
And I know what you might be thinking. Toby Fox said that Deltarune isn't connected to Undertale. But that's not technically true. His exact quote was, I will say that basically what you're seeing here is not the world of Undertale. Undertale's world and ending are the same as however you left them. If everyone was happy in your ending, the people in the Undertale world will still be happy. This is still true even with my theory. This doesn't affect a pacifist run or if you left the characters happy or if you killed some or all of them. Deltarune is simply what would have happened if Chara moved on to a new world, like she claimed she would. It's what she would have done with our soul if the world stayed destroyed. And depending on if you've played Genocide more than once or you've watched the soulless pacifist ending, technically Chara does have our soul and she's still with us no matter what we do. One question that does remain unanswered through this is, who is Chris? I'm guessing he's a version of Chara that existed in Deltarune before Chara came and took over as well. We really don't know much about Chris's character, so for all we know, he could be a miserable kid who was susceptible to Chara's influence, just like Frisk is in a genocide run. Chara could very well be controlling Frisk and Chris at once, or Chris could be a vessel, as stated at the beginning of the game, that Chara created. Either way, Chara is controlling Chris and uses him to show us how little control we have. I believe that in the beginning of the game was Chara's way of mocking us. She wanted to show us how powerless we are to make decisions in this world. She continues to show us time and time again that we have no control over anything. All we can do is stand by and watch while this story unravels, whether it's for the good or the bad. Because this is her world and her body now, and we're just here for the ride.
I can't take them on my own. Oh, I'm not the one you know.